Cam from Grand Rapids Rock Alternative 97.9 GRD. I am at the intersection where tonight Silversun Pickups and the Joy Formidable will be rocking the house. I have Brian with me.
Formidable. I forgot about that. I'm so excited about that.
And a lot of Michigan fans will actually be stoked just because they couldn't make it to Orion. They had to cancel their set. So,
well, yeah, we were worried about them, actually. We heard about that, and then they just got weather issues.
I think, someone told me they were stranded in New York or one of the airports.
People were really worried about them because it doesn't happen very often. But apparently nobody read their Twitter feed where it explained.
That's where breaking news happens all the time.
Somebody's asking us, what happened to them? And I said, just check. And we looked and they got stuck. You spent 3 days worrying about them?
Because you've been touring with them the whole time, right?
No, really. Oh, no? We've just once in a while we get together. We toured with them. They played with us in England in 2009 for a couple of shows, and that's when we became friends with them. We loved them then, and then we hadn't, hadn't heard about them for a while. Then the little heads. The Ritzy popped up into America and started doing really well, and it makes us so happy, and I love it when we get to reconvene.
Right. Well, 2009, that was actually I actually remember the exact September 15th, 2009. You were at the Aubert Room with Cage the Elephant and what was it?
Manchester Orchestra.
Yes, there we go. And then I think there were over 1,000 people there. I remember you saying, "Yeah, this is our first time in Grand Rapids. Sorry it took us so long."
Oh yeah, I love that show. Actually, that was such a good one. I don't mean like we were good. I just mean I just really enjoyed it, man. Cage and Manchester they're like family now,
And it seems like, I don't know, you're hilarious. Your sense of humor comes through so well. Do a lot of people know that about you? Because people know Dave Grohl's funny. People know like Corey Taylor's funny or whatever. But what about you? You seem skeptical.
I'm not funny.
What?
I'm super serious. No, I don't know. I think I think that we are pretty precious about our music, and in certain ways, but that doesn't mean we as people are, and we don't really take ourselves seriously, not even a little bit.
Right. Because then if you
I think we just sort of act natural, so.
Because if you do that, then you end up being indirectly funny, like say Morrissey.
Yeah, he's pretty funny.
And he's not meaning to be funny, but he's hilarious.
You know who the funniest guy is Jeff Tweedy from Wilco.
Oh, really?
Honestly, he's almost like Tom Waits or something.
I've seen Tom Waits on late night shows, and
he's a comedian.
Yeah.
But Jeff Tweedy, Wilco shows, you just get excited when he starts to talk because man, he's quick. Yeah, I don't know. I think if you try to be funny, you're in trouble.
Yeah, I guess if you force it. Every night when you're at a show, when you do when you're interacting with the crowd, you kind of feel it out, see what you can get away with.
It changes. It doesn't. You don't really. You just talk to them. There are certain things that you are gonna say, especially now, because obviously Nikki not being with us right now, so you got to explain that a little bit. But
she had her.
You usually
she
kind
had
of just look at people and people start talking. You just have a conversation almost with people. That's how we like to look at it.
How is Nikki doing? It seems like she's. I see you guys post on your.
She is tired.
Website. Yeah, I would assume so.
2 girls.
Any ETA
girls.
when she's coming back?
July.
Oh, July. Nice.
This is Sarah's last month.
Okay.
So we're calling it what is it? She has a bucket list. It's Silversun Pickups final month.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's it. If you want to see Sarah, you got to see us now.
Oh, happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you.
It's Brian's birthday.
Yeah, I want Sarah on video to walk in with my coffee, and I want to shoo her away.
Like it's Mad Men?
Yeah, so we're doing a Mad Men birthday.
Nice.
Where you hang up the phone, you never say goodbye. You go, all right. We'll make it, yeah, I've been there.
Oh, that's outstanding.
Somebody said that they don't put the good hellos or goodbyes in because it would just eat up too much screen time.
Really? Yeah. That's crazy.
They just...
Wow. Or that's just the way they were in the 50s. That's how they rolled.
They didn't say goodbye. No salutations.
So, Neck of the Woods has been out for about a year now.
I know, weird.
It seems like you...
That's weird.
Oh, how come? Just time going by so fast?
I guess if I think about it, so much has happened since, but it doesn't feel that long. But I guess that's in general about everything. It's not just.
Does it seem faster than it was when you released Swoon and your album before that?
Everything seems faster. It really does. We still sort of think of it as new, but maybe it's because I don't know, we're just still finding things when we play it, little things that we didn't really realize about the songs, and kind of we're still having a little affair with it, you know.
This is how I sum up Neck of the Woods.
How do you sum it up?
I wish it was a clear, starry night. I get up on my roof and I just listen to Neck of the Woods, and I have a nice Bell's Oberon. I don't know if you're into beer or not. But,
oh yeah.
That's how I sum up Neck of the
nice.
Woods.
That would be nice. Sometimes I think that happens. There's some of that in there for sure. But yeah, that's great. Thanks. I'll put that on my gravestone.
Oh, awesome.
I'm also going to say sorry about that.
So with this record, it if I recall correctly, you went back to where you grew up, right?
Yeah.
Hence the title. And was that weird?
Yeah. Yeah. You know, it was just sort of dumb luck, really. I wish I could say there was some big artistic scheme that we put together, but it's just It's just like that almost sums up everything in our band. Like, I wish we could take credit for some stuff, but we can't. It's just dumb luck. And that was that. I mean, I knew that with the record, the writing of the tone of the record was going to be something more nostalgic and something a little bit more in the past, and you know, like spelunking almost. Mm-hmm. But I didn't really plan going there. It just happened to be Jack Knife Lee's studio. He was the producer of the album. His studio was in his little garage in Topanga Canyon, which is an area in Los Angeles that's, you know, LA has all these areas. There's this big, looks like MASH, you know. I think MASH was filmed there. And so I just happened to be there. It was like 2 minutes from my old neighborhood, so I got to wander through the neighborhood. And
look at the elementary school.
Yeah, it was really, really cool at first.
Oh, you got over it real quick.
And then you got really over it. Yeah, a lot of memories came flooding back, and you're like, I don't want to come back here.
Now, one funny thing was while we're talking about LA, California type of area. So Linkin Park, they posted a video of them passing out flyers to their own show. Mm-hmm. Not a lot of people really knew who they were. When you guys go out, probably closer to the West Coast than even the East Coast, do you get recognized a lot? And do you have any kind of weird fanning?
We get recognized a lot, actually. I'm terrible at that stuff. I don't.
What?
I never know. I don't know. I never catch on to things, but like people around us will go see it more, and people are generally pretty nice. But yeah, we get recognized. I mean, I can't even imagine what somebody famous deals with, because.
But you are famous.
Well, I mean, like. I
you
guess
mean like Brad Pitt famous or something?
Or Tommy York or something. I mean, or Bono. You know what I mean? It's like, because probably once a day or somebody will come up and say something, and it's usually airports. We have a lot of traveling fans, and Target for some reason. If you go to a Target, man,
you think of Silversun when you think of Target.
I always get recognized in Target.
Are you buying all the latest trendy stuff there?
I don't know what I'm buying. I just like Target for some reason, and we always do, hands down. I remember buying Halloween decorations for the bus at a Target in Albany. And I was just waiting for the cab, and these people just came up to me and was like, "Hey, man, what are you doing here?" And I just had this cart full of like candy, and you know, looked like I was trying to trap a child. Yeah, it didn't look right at all. I was like, "Just buying Halloween stuff," and he's like, "Cool.
Hey, man, are things all right?
Making a new record, or
you going on a new career path?"
I think the only time I think it's always really flattering, and we don't walk around thinking. I just don't feel like a person that would be recognized for anything. Like we just never feel our faces.
I guess it can be a little surreal, yeah.
We just never feel our faces known or even anything, so we don't walk around expecting that. So we're always a little bit surprised. Not here or certain focus group areas or certain bars, you know, to go into, but just in general, day to day, we're always surprised, like always. And what was I think the one that was a little bit hard is when you got in line for the movie, and your friend's not there yet.
Oh,
and then the person is also waiting there. It's like, hey, and you're like, cool. And then you just sit there with them. And then
it's like being stuck in an elevator somewhere.
You like the Terminator, huh? I was like, I don't know. I haven't seen it. That's what I'm doing here. You popcorn guy? I'm like, we'll see.
Want some Smarties?
Yeah, and you're like, damn it.
I got some dots I can give you.
Because you just don't want to be rude, you know.
Yeah. Especially,
like you
that ends up
you
on
can't
Twitter.
just Mad Men it, like,
Right.
you know what I mean?
No highs or goodbyes.
Yeah, the world isn't like Mad Men. You just can't be an asshole and have it be fine.
Now going back to Neck of the Woods. So,
Let's go to Game of Thrones.
almost every. Oh man, that too. Almost everyone loved it, but there are one particular site that it seems like a lot of artists are not too happy with, or maybe have some beef with, because Pitchfork. It seems like they're a little too.
I don't know.
Too snobbish.
I think Pitchfork's great. I think music reviewing.
I mean, obviously it's subjective too.
I think the idea is just it's supposed to be. I mean, without Pitchfork, there'd be none of these bands would even be reviewed. You know what I mean? And there's a kind of a cult of Pitchfork, but kind of no matter what they really say, people are either for it or against it. I think they gave us. We don't ever read reviews.
Well, they gave Neck of the Woods 4.8.
Yeah,
which really shocked me.
But that's okay because they've always never really, I think, given us good reviews. I don't think they have. So I imagine we'd hope it'd stay the same.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess if you're averaging out consistently.
The reason I actually know that is because when our first record came out, people started coming up to us about a negative Pitchfork review, and we were like, whoa. And again, for us, is like, we're like, wow, they reviewed us. You know, that's kind of the only thing we think about. And so people are coming up to us like, oh, Pitchfork is so dumb. It's like, in my head, that stuff is for you to have a conversation about and either agree with him or disagree. I mean, if you just sort of listen to it like, what he said, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like I like movie criticism a lot. I never really read music criticism for some reason. But I like it because there's people that you'd follow and maybe you just think they're wrong about something, kind of things. And that's what I always thought about that. So we never got been out of shape. But if Pitchfork, I'm assuming it's always sort of been in that line, then we. I hope we should stay there.
Yeah, if you have them stay the median course.
Yeah, I mean, it's like maybe it'd be bad luck if they'd like it. You know, I don't know. It's cute. I get a kick out of stuff like that.
It seems
I want to read it now. Actually, now I'm really excited.
Go pull up the archive
because I get into it. It's because you are a bad band and you are a good band. It just depends on who's looking at it, you know.
So looking at your release dates of your albums, it seems like it's every 3 years. So are you starting to work on the follow-up to Neck of the Woods? A little bit, kind of. I think I read in the
past.
There
are things kind of popping around, but we got to really. It's hard. I don't like to.
I remember in a past interview, I think you guys said you don't really write on the road.
No.
Is that by choice or just you don't feel like it?
Well, partly, I think it's just natural. It doesn't really work. Mm-hmm. We're not in a headspace where this is like an inspiring. I mean, so much of this is amazing,
right?
And I don't know, exciting, and you go through a lot of levels of emotion, but it's not like. For some reason, it's not an inspiring place to make music about. We have to go away and home and shut down and, you know what I mean? Close up and be able to hear yourself, because on tour you can't hear yourself.
And you
want to stay as far away from the previous album as you could, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So whatever comes doesn't have too much of the...
Right.
You want to, you know...
If it hits you, it hits you, right?
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, you just kind of wait there, and then as soon as you start going crazy and your brain starts... doing things, and then you got to get them out.
You guys were at Orion in Detroit over the past weekend.
That was a fun show.
Yeah, it was. And just that whole weekend, being from Detroit, I was really proud of that festival.
I really love Detroit, and I was really happy that that festival was there as well. Like, is it going to move around all the time, or is it staying in Detroit?
I think they're talking about renewing the deal. It's just a couple of friends and buddies of mine were saying, I'd love to be in that city council meeting where it's James Hetfield and the rest of Metallica with the mayor trying to negotiate.
Hey-ya!
But at Deftones were also there, and I had a chance to talk to them, and they were saying how it's really important now to make sure you get enough R&R and not be on the road for so long. Seeing as you're in your third album,
you definitely, you gotta.
Do you guys are starting to think more and more about?
Figure it out.
I mean, obviously with Nicky, family's really important.
Yeah, those babies are going to do merch for us later on.
Oh, wow. Hey, the Korean in me really
we got some
appreciates
child
that.
labor laws that
Yeah.
we're going to
I worked at my parents' store like 8 years old selling fake Coach purses, so I'm all about that.
Awesome. That's so rad. Oh, man.
But
For some reason, that just made me think of these Korean soap operas that my grandmother likes to watch.
I remember you
I get
tweeting
so
about
trapped
that.
into those things.
I remember you tweeting about that. Like you're in Hawaii or something.
I can't.
Right?
Yeah, my family's Hawaiian,
Uh-huh.
and so it's total Pacific Rim there. You know, you get all these shows. Like I saw these shows from Japan when I was a kid that no one saw in the States. You know, and then they get all the Korean soap operas. They're so popular.
Yeah, I know. My parents watch them on the.
Now I don't know. Explain to me. Like, it's either a window into what the culture is like, or it's what they think their culture is like, because it's fascinating. Because apparently, according to these Korean soap operas, every single girl is the most beautiful girl in the world until magically, when they have to be the crazy mom, they shrink down, their hair gets curly, and they wear glasses, and they go, "Wah!" And they spray water on each other.
Oh, here it comes.
Oh, thank you, Sarah. Sarah? Thanks, darling. Go get yourself something. She's new.
Silversun Pickups.
I love Korean soap operas, and my grandmother knows everything about it. She just sits there and watches them and waits for my grandfather to fall asleep, and she knows all the plots, and she's 90, 92 years
Right.
old. God, she loves it. And so we do too. We go, was this the one with the airplane crash and the guy does that?
Is this the one with the lost son who
Yeah.
finally found a father?
Oh my God. And there's always like 10 minutes of like something bad always happens. And they have to like contemplate. They kind of just go,
Yeah. I'm really glad you know so much about Korean culture.
I
more
know.
than most people just think about Psy, and I'm glad.
I love Psy too, by the way.
I'm just jealous I'm not the 15-minute fame
Well,
viral star.
You know, people really wanted him to. It's one of those things that people love when people fail. And, you know, everyone, as soon as that guy became huge. And come on, that's pretty wild.
Right.
And I know it's kind of like the Macarena and all that
Yeah.
stuff. But the fact that he had a second song and it kind of was up there for a while, I was
true.
like, good.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Why not? Why can't we have. I mean, it's hilarious.
Right. Brian, thank you so much.
I want to talk more about Psy.
But your tour manager's about to kill me if I don't let you.
That'll be good
'Cause
for.
we got some.
That'll be good for the camera.
That's true. Yeah, I'll be a
death.
viral star that way.
And when you die, I will go.
I love it.
You want to be in a Korean soap with me?
I do, absolutely. It'll be like
That would be like a great
It won't
Afterlife.
be Ebony and Ivory. It'll be like
Do you ever see a movie called Afterlife, a Japanese movie, where they film before when you die? You just kind of go into this empty warehouse, and there's like a film crew that films your favorite memory, and you
Wow.
watch it, and you end up in there. And I think it would be okay to if you die, you woke up in one of those Korean soap operas. I would love it.
Well, we're going to go film a Korean soap opera.
Yeah.
But also, Silversun
You'll see
Pickups and the Joy Formidable are playing tonight at the Intersection. Tickets available at sectionlife.com. It's Dave Kate and Brian from Silversun Pickups for WGRD.com.